Mic check. 1, 2, test, test. Mic is running. Picture is online. Perfect. Everything is running. Good evening, everyone. It's the fourth Q&A live stream, and I welcome all of you and thank you for being here and joining me in this Q&A live stream. And like always, just ask me whatever you want in the comment section or in the live chat, questions about bags and all the other good stuff. And let's include the chat window. Here we go. And all right, let's start. Hi Kiran, thanks for being here. Hi Faris, thanks for being here as well. And the first question is from Rio Re. Can you review the Black Amber bag, please? Yes, I will. If you have seen the bags of 2018 video, I have the Black Amber Citadel here at home, and I will review it, or rather I will definitely do a quick look video on it, and but I don't know, I'm not sure when I can do it yet, because there are still a lot of other bags waiting to be reviewed, but there will be a review for sure. By Sebastian Gomez Chasson or Chacon. Hi Sebastian. Will you make more videos about travel tips? Yes, I want to. I want to expand all the video series a little bit more. I will do a top 5 video on the items that everyone should, or I would recommend to carry in your bag, even if you're not an EDC type of guy. And yeah, I'm thinking about more travel stuff. A new series, I'm thinking about a couple of new series that I can do in on this YouTube channel. But there will be some. And if you have any travel related questions or ideas that you want to see videos on, just comment them on my channel. By Kiran. Hey Bo, interested to know if you have heard of the Packed One bag by currently being funded on Indiegogo. Have you come across any duffel style bags similar to this in your travels? No, I haven't heard about the Packed One. Let me just gonna Google it real quick. Packed One duffel. Packed bags. Okay, while I'm streaming, internet is kind of slow. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, that's the bag by the Minimalism channel, right? Yeah, looks very interesting. To be honest, I would love to test that bag. I have seen the video on the Minimalism channel, and it looks very interesting, especially this clamshell. Is it also called clamshell? Yeah, but I think it's also called clamshell if it opens like a book in the middle. Looks pretty cool. I would love to test it out, although I'm far away from being a one bag travel guy. I'm still working on it though. Let me just close that window. All right. Xiao Hui Poi. Hey to you. Sorry if I mispronounce or butcher all of your names. I'm trying my best. Kluanga Kalvring. Hello from India. Hello from Germany. by Alex. Hi and bravo for your best channel. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for joining the live stream. I really appreciate it. Steve, which knives do you use since in Germany rules are quite tough? I actually don't have any like bigger knives or folder, or mostly the rules are pretty strict on lockable knives and those knives that you can like flick open, and knives that have a specific length. So with knives like on multi-tools, like those small Victorinox knives, or Leatherman tools where the knife isn't lockable, it's kind of a gray zone. Depending on where you are, they might take it away, but usually if it's just a multi-tool, it's not that bad. So at the moment I carry Victorinox Spartan. So the knife, the blade is, yeah, it's okay if that's my phone. Yeah, I think it's almost as long as the width of a regular phone. And that's what I carry, and I think that's okay to carry. But those bigger knives, and especially those lockable knives with the liner lock and stuff like that, those are actually, or as far as I understand, are forbidden or prohibited by law. So I don't own any of, oh no, is that, do I own one? No, they are all not lockable. So that's what I carry, or at least have at home. By Rio, thank you. You're very welcome, of course. By Shao, have you heard of the Green Room 136 Rainmaker? Yes, I have heard of it. I've seen it on their website, and it looks very promising. It's for those of you who don't know, it's please correct me, Shao, if that's not correct. I think they are in Malaysia, and it's kind of a clamshell opening, military style backpack, kind of like the 511 Rush 12 or the Gorok GR1. And yeah, it looks pretty cool and pretty promising, and at a very competitive price, I would say. It's not cheap by any means, but it's definitely cheaper than a Gorok, and I think it's around the price, as far as I can remember, is around the same price as the Rush 12. So that would be pretty interesting to test out, but as they are in Malaysia, shipping and custom fees and stuff like that could make it quite expensive for anyone else in the world to order it. But I would love to check it out. By Nisa Hussain, hello from Dubai. Hello, nice to meet you. Donald Klein, morgen. Good morning, my friend. Thanks for being here again. Wasim Buasis, is that, I hope that's correct. What bag for a student with a skateboard under $60? I'm actually starting a new series which is called Question of the Week, and one of those episodes will be what's the best bag for students and university. And to spoil my answer in that video a little bit, it's really hard for me to recommend a bag for students, because I just don't know what you need to carry. For instance, when I went to school, we didn't carry laptops, we only carried books and lots of binders. So I kind of need to know what you're carrying. Do you carry lots of books? And as far as I know, some schools don't even carry books anymore. They all have a laptop and do all the stuff with ebooks. So then the bag would be a little bit smaller than carrying something with lots of books, obviously. But right from the top of my head, I would say go for Eastpak. Eastpak is in my humble opinion, Eastpak is a very cool bag company. an old bag company that are reasonably priced and have a good quality in terms of durability and feature sets. So I would, if depending on where you live, I would take a look at Eastpak bags. By Rabbits, yo, yo, thanks for being here again. And Alex Leroom 2. What do you think about the hook and loop system for the pocket inside the bags like Arc'teryx card? I'm not really sure if I know the hook. I don't know the hook and loop system inside the Arc'teryx bags, but I'm just assuming right now. Is that kind of an alternative to Moly? If yes, I would rather prefer to have Moly inside bags because it's almost a standard around bag companies, and there are so many different pouches that you can use for Moly. So I would usually rather stay with Moly, to be quite honest. By Pradeep Sapkota. Hey Bo, why don't you review the Peak Design and the KP0G individually and also compare it? I want to. The Peak Design is very high on my wish list. I have already seen so many good reviews on the bag, so unfortunately I'm not really sure if another review is actually needed, but I would still love to check it out because so many people are raving about that bag. In terms of KP0G, I haven't seen that many reviews, so that would be pretty interesting to check out as well. But just looking from pictures online, both bags look pretty cool, and yeah, they are on my wish list, definitely. By Cafe Trinker, hey, keep up your great work. Greetings from Hamburg. Greetings from Hamburg to you as well. Nice to meet another person from Hamburg. By Donald, got a busy day, catch the rerun. But still, thanks for being here. Enjoy watching the video tomorrow when it's online. By Abisha Akmal, hi from Indonesia. Do you have a recommendation for a good DOP kit? I have troubles to put it all in one bag, and I have no organizational strap at all. It's like all the stuff. It really depends what you want to pack inside. What I can recommend is first to go with those small little reusable shower bottles and shampoo bottles, stuff like that, which usually are around 20 to 100 milliliters in size. I have mine from Muji, and as far as I know, there is Muji in Jakarta as well. I think it's in the Grand Mall Indonesia. There's a Muji. And those bottles are perfect. You can reuse them, and they fit in almost any DOP kit. And as soon as you have all those bottles, then it's quite easy to recommend a DOP kit. A good DOP kit is from Bond Travel. That DOP kit is pretty cool, although it might be a little bit too small, at least for the stuff that I'm carrying. I use contact lenses, and I have at least, just for the contact lenses, I already have 2 bottles that are quite big, unfortunately. They don't fit in the travel, I always say travel bond, but it's Bond Travel. The Heimplanet DOP kit is also pretty cool, but that one is pretty big. Yeah, it really depends on what you want to carry. What else? Which DOP kits are pretty cool? I'm still using the one from Slicks, but that one is not available on its own as far as I know. By Pradeep Subkota. Hey, it's me from Nepal. Nepal, a friend of mine is currently in Nepal, as far as I know. It's definitely on my bucket list as well to visit. By Ariel C. Are you gonna review the Beta QRV2 flashlight? It's an awesome keychain flashlight. At the moment, I'm pausing reviewing flashlights and wallets, not because they don't interest me, but because I've realized, I mean, all the wallets or flashlights all have one or two things that are differently, but more or less they are the same. It's it's a small item that can do one or two things, or where you can put in money or cards, and that's it. So I'm really struggling to find enough content to fill up a video about a flashlight or a wallet. So at the moment I'm pausing to do reviews on them. Yeah, but because there's just isn't a lot to say about them, unfortunately. But as I always carry a flashlight, they do interest me, of course. But I haven't heard about the Beta QRV2, unfortunately. By Daniel T. Hi Bo, I have two questions. One, how would you look at a bag you could design yourself, and what features would it have? Two, what is your favorite color for bags? Black is so boring. Okay, first question. I don't think of myself as someone who could design a bag. I know what I like and what I dislike, and what I need and what I don't need. So I wouldn't go out so far to be able to design a bag. In terms of bags, I kind of think of myself as someone who reviews movies. You know, like a movie critic knows what he likes and why, or why a movie is good or bad, but he wouldn't be necessarily able to actually do a film or direct a feature film normally. And that's the same with me. I know which bags I like and what features I need, but I don't think I can design one. But I would love if any cool bag company would love to make like a Bowie's Mono edition. Maybe if I ever reach like 100,000 subscribers and the bag company is like, hey, you want to have a Bowie's Mono edition bag, that would be awesome. That would be definitely a dream. And in terms of features that I personally like the best, it needs to be a clamshell backpack, because I think they are the easiest to pack and to organize. I always love if there are two mesh pockets in the lid, like on the GoRock and many other bags. Inside moly is always good because you can attach so many different pouches and stuff like that. Yeah, would be my most important features about a backpack. And to answer your second question, my favorite color of bags, if you have just taken a look at my channel, all the thumbnails are black bags, and I totally agree with you. Black backpacks are kind of getting dull, because I have seen so many black backpacks, but I still love the color black on back. That's a tongue breaker. I love the color black on backpacks, yeah. But for reviewing them, it's getting kind of dull. And if you have seen my Hanker review, that's a grayish bag. I really like that color. That one stands out quite a bit. It's not just gray, but it has this kind of, I don't know how you call it, gray, whitish something. That looks really, really cool. But other than that, like green, I like those military green bags are also cool. The thing about backpacks is I like kind of this gray man mentality. If you don't know what that is, it's the gray man mentality is like not to stand out too much inside the crowd, so you aren't that much receptible to be a target for an attack, or someone steals from you or wants to mug you. And that's very simplified, a very simplified definition of being a gray man. But I don't really like to stand out that much, so having a backpack that is like Supreme Red or something like that looks, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Supreme, but the color red is pretty cool, but I wouldn't necessarily wear a red backpack. So that is why I rather prefer like those toned, although albeit they be very boring, I like those toned down colors better than like flashy colors. But inside the backpack, I prefer like bright yellow or something to find all the stuff. Yeah, I hope that answers a little bit your question. Blue is also like a petrol blue, like a really dark blue is also pretty cool. Ivan Gavrilov. Gavrilov. Hi from Argentina, Bo. Hi from Hamburg. Thanks for being here also. Your videos are awesome. Thank you very much. A question. Which would you choose? Tom Bin Synapse 25, Tortuga set out, or the Air Travel Pack? That's a difficult question to answer. Excuse me. Because I haven't tested the Tom Bin and I haven't tested the Tortuga. I only know them from pictures or other reviewers. And the feature set on the Tom Bin and the reputation of Tom Bin is very cool. I mean, they look very thought out in terms of feature sets and how everything is laid out. But I'm not a big fan of the looks. Especially that blue one with those beige lines on them. That looks kind of weird to me. The Tortuga set out, I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but if I remember correctly, the Tortuga is very boxy, and I don't like that look that much, but I don't really know much about the features, unfortunately. So I can't really comment what I like about which one of those three I like the best in terms of overall quality, feature set and look. But if it's just looks, I would go for the Air Travel Pack. But other than that, I can't really comment on which one I think is the best. If it's just reputation and all the features, then I think Tom Bin can't be beat. I only hear like good stuff about them, but I haven't had the chance to really test them myself, unfortunately. By Karen Wang. Hi Karen, you're always here. Do I pronounce your name correctly? Karen Wang or Wang? Is it A, Karen Wang, or B, Karen Wang? I'm really interested to know how you say that. Hi, have you seen the Adam Savage EDC one yet? Of course, I have. I mean, Adam Savage is like the EDC guy, right? I was actually wondering that it looked kind of almost a little bit normal to me. I was always thinking he had like this hugely EDC, but it was kind of, yeah, like standard, but it was cool. It was really cool. By Ariel C. Have you heard of the Recycled Firefighter 24 hours and 12-hour day pack? It's an American-made backpack, extremely similar to the Gorok, but costs way less, about $160 and $130. I've seen those backpacks on Instagram, and I'm very impressed by them. They look really cool, and I like the philosophy around that. As far as I understand, and if I remember correctly, and as the name suggests, they are all made out of old firefighter clothing and equipment. And yeah, I really like the idea, and I would love to review one. But with all the bags that are coming from the US, if you order them to Germany, shipping costs and custom fees are so expensive. And for instance, I paid for my Gorok GR0, the bag itself at that given time cost like $280, and I paid like around 150 or something extra just for custom fees and shipping. And I don't know if I can really afford that or justify paying so much extra just for the shipping costs and custom fees. So I want to review that, and maybe I'm lucky and I can do a vacation in the US and then get one. But at the moment, I think that's quite difficult to get one yet. Oh, by Pradeep, hey, you missed my comment. Oh, did I? Sorry. No, I did. You asked the peak design question. I answered that one. If you haven't seen the answer, this video will be, the recording will be up after the live stream. Hey Bo, could you please make your next review video from the inside of a kangaroo's pouch? I probably am small enough to fit into a kangaroo pouch. Maybe I can do that, but I don't think WWF or Greenpeace would be very pleased of that review. Andrew Cheong or Chong? Bo, how much would you, no, hey Bo, how much wood could a woodchuck, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck could, I can't do it, so, that's good. Greetings from Singapore, greetings to you back, Andrew. Marcus EDC, hello from Southern California, hello to you back. I've been to LA already. Is LA considered Southern California? Probably not. I'm not. Maybe? I'm not sure. But I would love to visit LA again. You know what? Before I visited LA, I was always like, I prefer, you probably don't want to hear this, but I always were like, I prefer New York over LA. And then I have been twice in LA and twice in New York, and I have to say I prefer LA now. New York is just way too loud for my taste, and the people in LA were so nice. So 2 years ago I was a New York fan, and now I'm definitely more on the California side. Karen, I'm writing my paper due tomorrow. Yeah, good luck with the paper, and thanks for keeping it running in the background. By DEC, hi, have you ever looked at the Venga Reload 14? Looks like a nice slim backpack if you're not carrying that much stuff. I haven't seen it yet. I will Google it. There's so many new bags and so many good bags. That's incredible. Even, I mean, only in the year 2017 there were so many good Kickstarters with new bags. That's incredible. Luciano Novo, you travel from Portugal. I haven't been in Portugal yet, but I want to at some point, definitely. Pradeep, well, hope to see you here in Nepal. Yeah, I hope someday I will go there. There's my own travel company. If you feel comfortable with us, you're always welcome. Thank you very much. Fabian Stein, hello from Berlin. What do you look for in return policies of backpack brands, and what do you perceive as fair? That's a very good question. And it's a very difficult one to answer, because many of the bags that I have reviewed always come from outside of Europe, which makes warranty policies very difficult for the for the customer, because I mean, you are in Germany as well, because like sending sending the package from Germany to the US, for instance, is so expensive. And then you have to deal with customs, not the customs in Germany, but if you send one to the US and you're a private person, they will assume that's a private package, and therefore they will take longer just to process the package at the customs in the US. And then if they process that, this is only an assumption because I only have sent a package privately. I'm not sure if the practice is the same if you return a package for a company, but at that time the package took so long just to process at customs in the US before the package actually arrived. So one, it's expensive. Two, it takes like forever. That's why it's really, really difficult to answer what's good practice, because obviously with the shipping costs isn't the fault of the company specifically, and customs obviously is not their fault as well. They can't do anything about that, as far as I understand. I'm not sure if like US companies can tell the customs agency, hey, that's a return warranty something. I'm not too sure if that's really possible, to be honest. So it's not really the fault of the company. So it's a real big hassle for international warranties. So usually if you if warranty is really important to you, I would usually recommend to stick with like bigger companies that have like offices in your country. Like for instance, North Face is like available all over the world. So if anything happens to your product, then you can just go to the office in the country itself. But like with smaller companies that you get from Kickstarter, that's a really difficult question to answer. Obviously, as a customer myself, I would love to have like a warranty where they tell me, hey, we'll pick up your package and send you a new bag and stuff like that. That would be awesome, but I'm not sure if small companies, especially if they go through Kickstarter, are really able to do that, or if that's realistical. I would wish they would all do that, but I'm not sure if they can. That is usually why I personally prefer to stick with companies that are known or already have done like successful Kickstarters and successful bags and have a good reputation. For instance, like Black Amber, to me at least, is a company where I think I would go with a Kickstarter, as they already have done so many Kickstarters and they have tested so many bags, or not so many, but now that's the second bag that I've seen from them and the quality is really good. But if it's a really new company, then you need to be aware that there is a risk that you might need to take advantage of warranty, or might need to go through the hassle of like sending it back and stuff like that. Yeah, but as you can see, that's a really difficult topic, and I wish it would be easier. But that's basically why bigger companies always have the advantage in terms of customer support and stuff like that. Andrew, what do you think of dispatch bags and how do you clean ballistic nylon? I haven't tested a dispatch bag, but just looking at their website and the pictures, I really would love to test their stuff. Especially the dispatch day pack has been on my wish list for such a long time, and I want to review them, but I haven't been able to get one yet. How do you clean ballistic nylon? I will actually review a ballistic. No, sorry, not review. I will do a tutorial video on how to clean backpacks. I'm still working on the details yet, but it's planned for 2018 or for the next month, definitely. James Truscello? Truscello? Sorry about that. Good morning from Kansas. What time is it in Kansas? Like, is it, should be 8ish? No, is it that? 10 o'clock? No, right now it's 10 o'clock in New York, I think. So 9 o'clock, maybe? Good morning, Edley. It's almost evening here in Germany. Ariel C. Is there any cheap backpack you love for some reason or sentimental attached to? It depends what you mean about cheap. I will do a review on the 511 Rush 12 because that was my first proper backpack that actually started this passion for backpacks, and that's not necessarily a cheap backpack. It still costs around 100 euros, but it's in my humble opinion, and that's why I will do a video on it, it's the best bang for the buck. It will hold up your whole life. Military use it, that's why it's so durable, and for 100 euros it's pretty cool. And in terms of a cheaper bag with sentimental value, I think one of the bags that I used when I went to high school for a long time was a bag from Burton, the snowboard company. It was a really simple bag with like only a main compartment, a small front compartment and 2 side pockets. It wasn't that good, but I used it for a very long time, and I have no idea what it is, to be honest. And also from Ariel C, who's your favorite bag reviewer? That's a good question. There aren't that many bag reviewers. As far as sorry, there aren't many bag reviewers on YouTube as far as I know. I only know about Chase Reeves, Arndell, but he hasn't put out many videos yet. So that would be a little bit unfair to just go by 2 YouTube reviewers to say who's a favorite. And in terms of reviewers overall, like also on websites, Pack Hacker has also a cool website. He's also on YouTube and does pretty cool stuff. And that's pretty embarrassing that I don't know the names of the guys of the reviewers at Carryology. If I see the pictures, I know who it is, but there's many of the Carryology reviewers do so much good work, but that's really embarrassing. I don't remember all the names. I'm really sorry, guys, at Carryology. I obviously know the head head-offs, but I forgot the names of the reviewers. That's really my bad. That's really embarrassing. Sorry about that to all the reviewers at Carryology. Banadu SH, your favorite phone? Of course, at the moment, my phone that I really enjoy using is the LG G6, and I always liked I started with the G2, I had the G3, I had the G4, but not the G5, and I enjoyed those phones quite a lot. The only problem with LG is my G4 had a boot loop problem, and their security updates, software updates are so slow, which is why I would love to have a Pixel phone, but it's ridiculously expensive. It doesn't have a headphone jack, which is stupid in my opinion. Yes, there are Bluetooth headphones, but unfortunately, I get headaches when I use Bluetooth headphones. I don't know why. I have tested multiple brands of Bluetooth headphones, and after about half an hour, I get headaches because of Bluetooth. So I need a a wired headphone, and even if I would use USB-C headphones, how do I use a headphone and charge the phone? How is that possible? I mean, how do I do that without like multiple dongles? If they put like two USB-C connections on the phone, I'm all in. Then I'm totally fine. But like that's, in my humble opinion, it's stupid. If LG would improve their software update policy, then I will always stick with LG. If Samsung wouldn't get so, if their system wouldn't get so laggy after, I had the S6 and it did get laggy after about 3 months, and that's also something I don't understand. You have like a really good, that the software of Samsung is so wonky at times. I don't understand that. Yeah, but as I said, if I could afford it, and if there were a headphone jack, I would go with the Pixel. Definitely, just because of the software updates. Karen Wang, how would you say? You would say it in German. Okay, then I was correct, I guess. Andrew, have you looked at the Douchebags Backpacks by John Olsen? I have watched John Olsen's vlogs for a very long time, but then I got a little bit bored by his vlogs, to be honest. But the Douchebags, the system, like attaching all the bags together to roll them, it's genius. That's a really good idea, and I would love to test one, but I haven't been able to test one yet, but I hope I can have the opportunity in 2018. By Rico, what's your phone and your phone case? LG G6, no case, just a skin on it. Not from D-Brand, not from Slick Wraps, because they are both in the US and shipping takes forever and costs too much. Therefore, I use skins from extremeskins.co.uk. Not sponsored. I don't want to get sponsored by any skin company, because I think all those D-Brand commercials are so incredibly annoying. Yeah, I'm not sponsored. I just use them from Extreme Skins because they are in Europe. And I prefer to have no case on them because I like the feeling of it better. By Amori, hi from Lille. what do you think of the shift pack from Alpaca, if you saw it? Love what you do. Thank you very much, Amory. I have seen it. I have, if you remembered, I have tested the Alpaca 7th, what was it, 7th gear or 7th messenger. That one was pretty cool, although I'm not the sling messenger bag kind of guy. But the shift pack, if I remember correctly, that's this smaller bag, and that one looked really cool. I would love to test it. I'm not entirely sure if they liked my review on their messenger bag, so let's see if I can review the shift pack. Jules Frederick, hey Jules, thanks for being here again. Do you see the single bag travel / photo solution as a growing market? Bags like the Wanderer Provoke options are interesting, even though I think Wanderer missed the mark. I haven't tested the Wanderer. I have heard lots of good stuff about that bag, and I finally learned that it's called Provoke. I didn't know that, to be quite honest. I would love to test it. And in terms of single bag travel / photo solution as a growing market, I think so. I think it is a growing market because mirrorless cameras like the Sony's Alpha 7S and Alpha 7R series are making all the gear smaller, and there are so many YouTubers and vloggers who travel with rather, let's call it simple equipment. Therefore you wouldn't need like a big think tank or Lowe Pro camera backpack. So therefore those hybrid backpacks are actually perfect for those types of scenarios, especially as they don't scream like, oh, here's expensive camera gear, steal me. And that's why I think that's a good solution. Although oh sorry, that was probably loud. Although me personally, I still prefer like to use a simple normal backpack and just put my gear in it, because I only have like one camera and one lens and use pouches and stuff like that. But for all the people who use more equipment, like 2 lenses and one bigger camera, for those hybrid backpacks are really great, in my opinion. But I haven't tested the Wanderer, and I would be interested to know why you think the Wanderer missed the mark, because I haven't tested it and I haven't seen that many reviews on it yet. So I can't really evaluate how good or how bad the bag is. By He96, hey Bo, I want to ask, which bags do you find is the best ventilated? I live in Singapore and most of the bags are poorly ventilated on the back and makes it very warm to carry. I have the same problem. I know that every time I'm in Jakarta, and the summer in Hamburg isn't very hot, but still it can get very warm on the bag no matter which bag you use. Unfortunately, I have found that most of the bags, even if there is a ventilation, and the ventilation is basically, okay, if that's the back panel, it's like padded, and then there is like this ventilated path in the middle. And yeah, there's the ventilation, and that part is still cool, but then you start sweating like over here and over here. So it doesn't really matter how good the ventilation is on that part. There are some parts on your back that will sweat and get warm anyways, unfortunately, which is the reason every time I'm in Jakarta, I always like carry it like for half an hour, and then it gets too warm, and then I just like single strap the bag, which is of course not ideal. And most day packs unfortunately are like that. If you go like for those hiking backpacks, which unfortunately don't look that cool or don't look that good. They are usually designed, if that's the bag, that's the main compartment, and you are here. There's usually like a separation between the actual back panel of the bag and the harness system, and then it's like this, and then in between there's air, and that's obviously the best to keep your bag cool. But those bags, as they are trekking or hiking bags, they look like hiking and trekking bags, and in the worst scenario you look like a tourist, and therefore are usually more the target of being like pickpocketed or robbed or something. So that's unfortunately the downside of wearing backpacks. So you might want to test out those hiking or trekking backpacks. I haven't tested them myself yet, but just seeing them, I would really assume that they are probably the best for hot climates. By T. Friesling. Hi Bo, when will you be back on the motorcycle? Let's go for a ride together. Greetings from Hanover. I wanted to go for a ride today actually, because in Hamburg the sun was shining, but then I was looking outside the window and all the cars had like frost on top of them. And since I'm a beginner, I'm still have too much respect, and I feel like I'm not experienced enough to ride in those conditions. Streets were clear, but just seeing the frost on top of the cars made me a little bit anxious. And so many people say like, okay, below 4 degrees Celsius you shouldn't ride, and it was 2 degrees during the day, I think. Yeah, I really want to ride again now, but I'm too scared to ride at these conditions. And looking at the weather app, it's supposed to snow in 2 weeks. So I don't know, but yeah, if I'm riding again, then sure, let's go for a ride. Do you ride in winter time? I would really love to know if lots of people ride during the winter time. I don't mean like when it's snowing. When it's snowing, you probably can only ride with an enduro, probably. So I only mean those situations where there's no snow and no mud. Do you ride in those conditions as well? Because as I said, below 40 or below, I would say as a beginner, below 10 degrees, I'm still kind of scared to ride. Yeah, let me know. On what kind of bike do you ride? I would love to know. Pradeep, LA means Los Angeles. I know, I know, man. I know. I just wasn't sure if LA is considered Southern California. I know, dude. One rap. Greeting from Japan. Greetings back to you. Yeah, I would love to visit Japan one day. Great Talks Edits. Greetings from Singapore too. Any escape on LBB's breakaway? Like, are there any cheaper alternatives? Oh, okay. Cheaper alternative. The breakaway by itself is already pretty reasonably priced, in my humble opinion. Can you tell? I'm not sure what the price at the moment is. Was it like 150 euros or something? If so, do you mean the same style as the breakaway, or do you mean like bags cheaper in general? Like that one, and I can maybe answer that. By Computer 2211, can you review some donut backpacks? Is that a company, or are those like food bags for actually donuts? I haven't heard of those bags or that company, unfortunately. again by Dresstalk Edits. I look into external attachment system that helps me ease my everyday work, like taking out my public transport cards, earpiece, etc. And also internal organization. Then I would go for the I would go for the 511 Rush 12. That costs around 100 euros, at least here in Germany. It's a military style backpack with lots of MOLLE outside, so you can just customize it with a couple of pouches, MOLLE pouches on the outside, and inside there's also lots of organization. But it's a military style backpack, so that needs to be something that you're into. And as I said, with all the MOLLE, you can like customize it on the outside with all of the pouches that you might need. By Ridere or Ridere, which backpack that you have reviewed that can be considered buy it for life? Definitely one of those military style backpacks, because they're obviously geared towards lots of abuse, and those would be the 511 Rush 12 or the GoRock GR1 series. They are very customizable, so you can change them in any way you might need, and B, they're built so well, like they're built like tanks. All the stitching is perfect. The material is very durable, so those would be my recommendations in terms of buy for life. There are obviously many other bags that are very well made and very good, but if I had to bet money, I would say like, okay, those military style backpacks, they will hold like forever. I have a broken release date Joy-Con. I haven't sent it yet because it's in Germany. The fear is by Karen. I'm not really sure. Let me scroll up. Karen, I can't find you in the chat. I'm not really sure what you meant by I have a broken release date Joy-Con. I haven't sent it in yet because it's in Germany. The fee is 30, I think, Franken. And I have to do the whole declaration thing. Shipping across border is so annoying. Oh, I think you mean that comment is in regard to warranty. Yeah, that underlines my thinking about like having to send in something that is broken for warranty, and that needs to be sent internationally. It's really a hassle, unfortunately. Andrew again, yes, the day pack is awesome, and thanks for the details on ballistic nylon. We'll be waiting for it. Yeah, I hope I can do that soon. By Punjabi, hello everyone, hello to you also. Neil Regalado, greetings from the Philippines. Thanks for considering the ClickPack Pro to review. Can you review any bag peripherals, specifically accessories that can cool your bag? I wasn't aware that there are like accessories that you can attach to your bag to cool it. I know that there are like cooling pads for motorcycle riders. I'm not sure if you mean those. Even if you aren't a motorcycle rider, you should look into Revit, the same company. I would love to be sponsored by Revit if someone from Revit is watching. But Revit actually has a jacket that you can like put in water and like freeze it or something, and then wear it underneath your motorcycle jacket. And that's supposed to cool you down. I haven't tested it myself, but I have seen that one, and I'm not sure if you're in the Philippines and need something to cool you down. That might be interesting to look at, even if you're not a motorcycle rider. Punjabi, without the pricing, what is your favorite backpack? There are many good backpacks. I think right off the top of my head, because there's so much emotion involved with that bag, is the GoRock, because that was the first proper bag review that I did for this channel, and that started it all. And it's a good bag. It's a really good bag. It's really expensive, unfortunately, and I can't recommend it to everyone, because with shipping and custom fees, it's really expensive. But if you want an investment for life, then I can highly recommend that bag, and that would probably, because of all the emotional value, my favorite bag at the moment. But there are lots of other bags that I really like as well. Oh, damn it, now the scrolling went down. Oh, there's still a lot of questions. Sorry guys, the chat jumped down. By Bestevariel Sander. Hey Bo, hope it's not too late to say Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all of you. It's the 7th of January, so I think it's still alright to say Happy New Year, right? I asked this question before, but you are not sure of the answer. My question was, what's a good packable backpack? I have, what was the name? Let me just, I'm reviewing now, or I have lined up for review the Travel Lab backpack. If you have seen my preview video of all the bags of 2018, there was this small little pouch, and that was actually a backpack. And I haven't tested it yet, but that one looked very interesting in terms of being a foldable backpack. And yeah, hope you can see that back soon. By Frost Smoke, David Zhang has few but good reviews. I don't know of David Zhang, but I will check him out. Thanks for the recommendation. He96, look into the Xiaomi A1 for the best budget stock Android. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good reviews on the Xiaomi phones, but I have also heard that the software updates are also pretty slow on those phones. So it's not, there are so many good Android phones in many different budgets, but most of them are so slow with software and security updates. Like if you scroll down the Reddit of Android, you see so many complaints about different companies that are still rocking the November security update, or even worse, like my LG G6 until 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was still rocking the July security update, which is, I just don't understand why that's so difficult. I mean, a security update doesn't, as far as I understand, doesn't change that much of the system, or no, of the UI itself. So it should be easy to just send out the security update and implement it on a system level, so you don't need to change a lot of other stuff in the foreground. So I mean, I'm not a programmer, but 6 months for a security update is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. By NMS, David Zhang videos is good, are good. Okay, I will definitely check him out. By Dread Talks Edits, in answer to He96. Personally, I use Herschel, but even with the ventilation at the back, my back still perspires after a while, so I would assume it's because of the weather. Yeah, that's what I said. It doesn't matter if there's a, like, even if there's a good back panel with a good ventilation channel, there are still some parts of your back, just because of physics, that still touch the back and don't get ventilation. So either right here on the shoulder straps you will get sweaty, or like on the sides of your back, because the ventilation is going right in the middle, you will get sweaty. That's just the problem with backpacks in general, and probably the reason why some people prefer messenger bags, I assume. You look like a drug mule. Thanks for commenting that. I just understand that so many strange comments on YouTube, and I'm glad I'm not a vlogger or a tech YouTuber, because looking at those comments is crazy. It's even worse. Lennart, wo hast du studiert? Where did you go to university? I haven't studied, to be quite honest. I've just made my Abitur, which is high school graduation in Germany. And then I did a couple of internships and learned everything learning by doing, actually. By George Coppola, what do you think about the OnePlus 5T? I like the OnePlus 5T, especially the yesterday or 2 days ago, the OnePlus 5T White Sandstone Edition. That looks really cool. The only thing that I don't like, I would have bought the OnePlus 5T instead of the LG G6 if it would have been IPX68 certified, because I use my phone as a navigation tool on my motorbike, and I have been in rain a couple of times, so I need that water resistancy. If the OnePlus 6 might be water resistant and they improved their update policy, because I've just read that even their 3 version hasn't been upgraded, it's still running on Marshmallow, and security updates are also a little bit slow. If they improve that, I might switch to OnePlus, but I'm not sure yet. Smart Clips, hey man, hey to you too. Oh my god, don't look at my profile picture again. Oh my god, you sold out and sponsored some skins site. Okay, I assume that's sarcasm, because I clearly said I'm not sponsored. I don't like to be sponsored, and I assume that's sarcasm. Maybe you didn't know that, but Asians don't really understand sarcasm, even though I'm born in Germany. Smart Clips. What's all this about your Instagram post containing a Bitcoin miner? I didn't do an Instagram post with a Bitcoin miner. Did I? Did I get hacked? Let me see. Let me just check. That would be crazy if I would have been hacked just this minute. No, but I haven't posted any Bitcoin, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. Loads of people on the HTE subforum are complaining about the CPU performance after clicking a link. Not cool, man. I really don't know what you're talking about. Which link are you referring to? Or are you talking to someone else? I'm confused. By Leonard, are you going to watch the Golden Globes? No, probably not. I'm not really interested in those awards, especially since you have to be up pretty late to watch them. By Aumery, thanks for your answer. You got the pronunciation right. Awesome. I'm glad I didn't butcher their name. Baby Bogo, do you play Nintendo Switch? I would love to have a Nintendo Switch, to be honest. And I would love to play Zelda, but I haven't bought one yet. Maybe in 2018, maybe. By Ridere, are you fluent in Indonesian? A little bit. I know how to order food and how to tell a taxi driver where I want to go, but that's about it. Unfortunately, I would love to speak more Indonesian. Did you ever work in Asia as an editor? No, I haven't. I would love to work in Asia, but I have no idea how to get some connections over there. But Karen, ventilation technology is a lie. There's no bag that will help. It's utterly useless. In hot summer, I try to carry a briefcase or a drawstring or just single strap it. Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. Single strapping a backpack once in a while does help a little bit. Could you let your dog answer the next question? Happy and Nemo are in the living room. They can't answer the next question. Ilanzo, if you're looking for some new backpack brands or brands you do not already know, where do you do your research? Actually, I don't do my research. I get some. That's not true. I have a couple of blogs that I usually visit, like let me see, like Carryology, of course, and there I find a couple of bags that I would love to review, but I also check out like Huckberry, and on Tumblr usually you find also stuff, and also of course of you guys like commenting in the comment section, and that way I also like find new stuff. But real research I rarely do, because there are already so many bags that are still waiting to be reviewed. By Davide. Thanks to you, I just have bought the LBB Peloton in black. That's awesome. I hope you will like it. It will arrive tomorrow. Do you confirm that it's still the best all-in-one backpack EDC weekend off? Please just say it. It's a really good bag. And I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did when I did the review. You have made a good choice, definitely. Yeah, in terms of the best all-in-one backpacks with weekend off, that really depends on how you pack. I can't pack just one bag for a weekend. I'm still having trouble with that. So, but it's still a good bag. I think you will like it. Jules Fredericks, thanks for answering my question. I think the Provoked bags haven't found the right gear/non-gear ratio, and the system's packing cubes makes the ratio even less flexible, and the cubes seem flimsy. Oh, that's... So I assume you have one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I would love to test that and confirm that, but If the ratio, is it like more gear and less less non-gear, or is it like too much non-gear and less gear? But I would love to see that. He96, thanks for the suggestion, Bo. Now I miss Germany after hearing you talk about Hamburg. Hamburg is pretty cool. It's a cool city. It's too cold though, and it rains all the time. So I hope that helps a little bit. But where do you live now? Don't you? I think you said it in one of the comments, but I forgot. Sorry about that. T. Friedling, sure, my motorbike is registered the whole year. Mine is as well. I ride a KTM 1190 Adventure with heated grips though. Yeah, with that you probably are able to ride in the winter. And heated grips, I will definitely buy heated grips next year. That's a really cool bike. I think one day I will get an adventure bike as well, as a second bike or something. Xenia Castreon, good morning, good evening from Hamburg. Drastic edits. For some reason in my country it goes for around 220, but the Rush 12 goes for 90. Yeah, as I said, the Rush 12 is, for what it is, it's a really good value. For $90, that's a good price. I personally would go for it if I would need a bag. But you need to like the military bag. The reason why I haven't used the Rush 12 anymore is because it drew too much attention to itself inside an office. It just looks like you are going for war or something, unfortunately. But if that doesn't matter to you, that's a great bag, especially for $90. Ashton, if you had to get a new pet, what would it be and what would you name it? As we got Nemo just 1 year ago, I'm pretty much good to go for animals or pets at the moment. My wife would love to have, like, she just told me today she wants like 10 dogs, but we can't actually do that. But if I would get another pet, probably another dog, I would love to have like some kind of bulldog, like an English bulldog or a French bully. I think they're just funny. I think they're just so cool dogs. Yeah, that would be another pet that I would love to have, or a pit bull, a Stafford or something. That's the dog breed my wife loves a lot. But those are not easy. You aren't actually allowed to have those in Germany, in Hamburg, unfortunately. By Karen, I wish they would make the Rush without the Molly. That would be even cheaper, and for them a damn good competition against Gorok. Totally agree with you. If they had the 511 Rush 12 in a more toned down look, that would be killer. That would be such a good bag. 511 has a couple of like urban toned down backpacks, but I don't really like the look. And I agree with you. If the Rush 12 would just get rid of some of the Molly, then that would be perfect. That would be really cool. By Ricard Panades Nadal. Nice videos and nice work. Thank you very much. Now the thing went down. By Dress Talk Edits again. Also curious, since you're endorsing a lot. You're endorsing a lot on military bags. How do you feel as a non-military civilian when carrying such backpacks? Are there any insecurities you feel at times? Yes, I think that's what I said in what I meant with drawing too much attention to itself. Um, when you wear a military style backpack, it always looks a little bit aggressive in a way. And yeah, it draws too much attention to itself. And as I said in one comment earlier this live stream, I like this gray man mentality, so not drawing too much attention to oneself, and also being someone who is interested. I'm not a prepper yet, and I will never be like one of those preppers who have like gasoline in the garage or big water tanks, but I like the whole idea about prepping. And many preppers say, like, if you wear a military bag in a shit hits the fan situation, people will notice you way too fast and know that you are a prepper and know that you have stuff stashed around and you have the equipment. So that thinking alone makes me not want to use a military style backpack, just because people will assume that you have like gear with you, that they, in such a situation, which hopefully I will never get into, they will like go after you probably. And therefore I feel a little bit strange when wearing 511 Rush 12. With the Gorok, it's a little bit, it's not that, how you say it, not that pronounced, as it's a little bit more toned down, and it still looks military, but not too much. And it has a military look that is not very common in Germany. So people don't necessarily know what moly is and don't assume a military look right away. Yeah, but that's, I kind of agree with you that there are some insecurities at times when I'm wearing a military bag. Excuse me. By Alex, thank you for your previous answer. If you like the concept of gray man, what do you think of my brand Vertex? I haven't seen the brand or your brand Vertex, but I will Google it definitely. Danny Joy, question out of topic. Do you use Android or iPhone? I use Android. I have been using iPhone for a long time, but I got annoyed by the pricing of the iPhones, and the last iPhone that I have used was the iPhone 5. The battery was terrible, and that was actually the main reason why I switched to Android. And my first Android phone was the LG G2, and the standby time of that phone was like 2 to 3 days if I wasn't using it. And my iPhone went dead without using it after half a day. So I was really annoyed with that, therefore I went over to Android. Ashton, what makes your day? You probably mean what's a good thing about the day? At the moment I would say if I could ride a motorcycle. Since it's winter I can't ride it, and I really would love to have better weather to ride the motorcycle again. I hope the winter is short this year. Marco Smith, what do you think about Bellrow wallets? Are they good? Bellrow wallets are very well made. The materials and the stitching is really good. And they have this minimalistic wallets and they have this folding wallets. And if you have seen my videos, I like minimalistic wallets, but I always sit on them. So I need a wallet that has enough structure in them. And that's why I like the Secret wallet, because it has aluminium in it and it keeps my cards safe. Because with my very old wallet a couple of years ago. I was always sitting on it and I broke my driver's license and my ID card, and that was really expensive to exchange. And therefore I switched to Secret Wallet and have realized that's my favorite wallet. But if you keep your wallets in your front pockets, then I think Bellroy is really cool, and you can't go wrong with them. Awesome videos, by the way, by Marco also. Thank you very much. By he96, I believe the A1 is directly updated from Google because it's stock Android. So as long as it's Android 1 line, any phone gets updates together with the Google Pixel. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty. That's good to know. I didn't realize that. Cool. Thanks for the info. The epic rice cooker. I like the way you edit. It's awesome. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. By the way, I'm from Hamburg too. Moin moin. That's cool. Another one from Hamburg. That's really cool. Moin. Baby Bogo, what do you think about the Hazard 4 office bag? I know Hazard 4 as a company. I have seen the bags in some online stores and some Tumblr EDC blogs, but I haven't tested them myself yet. And they look cool, but most of the Hazard 4 bags usually don't have like a laptop compartment or aren't wide enough to accommodate a 15-inch laptop, so I never really considered them, and I didn't realize that they had an office bag. So if that office bag actually accommodates a laptop, then I would love to check it out. By Anna Anita. Hey Bo, love your dogs. They are so cute. Big fan of your channel. I thank you very much. You can check out my dogs on Instagram, by the way. Happy Squirrel Dog and Finding Nemo 2.0. I plan to bag the Black Amber Citadel. Do you think the shoulder straps are comfortable? Looks kind of stiff and bulky in the photos. I'm not. I only looked briefly at the Citadels yet. I repacked them in a box, but I think the strap system is the same as on the V4, and I agree with you. If they are the same like on the V4, on pictures and by feeling them, they look kind of bulky, but they're differently shaped than any other shoulder straps I've seen before. Usually a shoulder strap is like folded rather flat and with a little padding, but these are kind of oval in shape. So the shoulder strap that touches your shoulder, the part is ovally, and therefore has on one side not much surface that touches your skin or your body, and therefore doesn't get that much heat, but still offers, since it's oval and therefore a little bit thicker, it offers lots of comfort when you are carrying it. So while they look bulky, they actually feel pretty good when you carry it. But as I said, I don't remember if the Citadel shoulder system is the same as on the V4. But if they are the same, then yeah, they look bulky, but they are very comfortable to carry around actually. Epic Rice Cooker. Any reviews coming soon? Yes. This Wednesday, it's the review of the Good Bags Note. And starting by the end of the week, I will start a new series which is called Questions of the Week. And then I will try to have 2 videos each week, which is 1 review and 1 question of the week video. That's at least the plan. I hope I can keep it up. Slater of Nova. Is the Hanker garnet materials worth it for the price and last for long? Yes. As at first I was thinking that the material is almost too lightweight, but after doing some research and testing it out, it is actually very durable and yeah, and lightweight. And excuse me, talking straight for 1 hour 30 minutes is kind of exhausting for the throat. Sorry about that. Yeah, and the material is pretty cool. It's lightweight, it's durable. The only downside is that the material doesn't have a lot of flex. If you remember my my review, I told in that review that the material, because it doesn't have a lot of flex, sometimes it gets a little bit difficult to pack bigger or boxier items into it. Like, I was grocery shopping and I wanted to pack like a cereal carton and 2 boxes of milk or something, and I wasn't able to get it in because the material didn't flex that much. But that's obviously a specific scenario. But for all the other cases, like carrying equipment and stuff like that, the material was pretty good. And I really liked the color. That was like this grayish, kind of snow type color. That's pretty cool. I really like that color. Baby Bogo, do you follow MMA? Yes, I do. I do ninjutsu, which has some MMA or has some ground fighting and stand-up fighting in it, and therefore I really love like watching MMA. It's like with all the sports. If you play it or practice it yourself, you enjoy watching it. For instance, I think watching tennis is so boring, but my in-laws all play tennis and they watch all tennis, and yeah, if you play it, it's more enjoyable to watch. And if you practice like martial arts, then you watch MMA. And I really hope, I know that's probably a polarizing thing to say, but I really hope that Conor McGregor is fighting again in UFC, and I really hope that he will fight against GSP. That would be an awesome fight. By Lene S. Where/how did you learn to edit? Basically by learning by doing and watching, or watching how lots of other editors work. I was first I did a couple of internships where I did most of the stuff by learning by doing, and then I was an assistant editor employed in a post-production house, and I was able to watch over the shoulders of a couple of good senior editors and getting some tips from them, and that's how I learned basically. Yeah, and a lot of practice. That's the best way to learn, in my humble opinion. Where was I? By Lennart. Have you ever won a film award? I haven't. On my own, I haven't won an award, but a couple of two films that I made, 2 commercials that I made, have won. What is called in German? It's the art direct. I think it was the art directors club. I won 2 of the films that I edited. Won an art directors club award. But me, by myself, I haven't won a film award yet. I hope maybe someday in the future. By Sebastian, where did you get that poster behind from you? This is called Realistic Star Fox from the Nintendo N64. Was it N64? No, Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo game Star Fox. And I got the picture from Society 6, or you can also get it from Etsy. What was the name of the creator? I forgot the name, unfortunately. Yeah, but just go to Society 6 or to Etsy and Google realistic Star Fox, and then you should find them. Frost smokes. Apropos rain. What's your experience with water resistance of your bags? Are you using a rain cover when it rains? That's actually an answer that I pre-compose and always copy-paste when someone asks that. In my experience, even if the material of the bag is water resistant or even waterproof, in heavy rain or in a monsoon rain, like in Jakarta for instance, water will get through a bag eventually through seams or open zippers. For instance, if you have seen my mission workshop rake backpack, I forgot to properly close one of the zippers, of the storm guard zippers, and the rain actually went through this little opening. Therefore, usually it doesn't, in my experience, and it doesn't matter how water resistant or waterproof a material is. If the seams or zippers aren't properly made or closed, water will get into it eventually. And if you know that you will get into heavy rain, then a rain cover is probably your best bet. But then you need to consider that if you have the bag on your back and the rain cover is onto it, the rain will still go, or water will go through this part anyways at some point and get to the back of the bag. And some of your stuff will get wet after long exposure of rain. So that's what I experienced, unfortunately. If you want to be 100% sure that important items inside your bag don't get wet, I would always go for a dry bag and put important stuff into the dry bag and then into the backpack itself. H4 High T Gaming the Second. Hi, I'm here. Hi. By Andre Harab. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Hi, are you still using the GoWork? Yes, I'm using it from time to time, but since I'm reviewing so many bags and I have to test them, I can't use it that much anymore, just because I'm almost using a different bag every week, and I would love to use the GoWork a little bit more, but I am testing so many bags, so that's why I can't use it. Okay, I will rush through a couple of more questions, and since there are a couple of spammers, why do you go to live streams and spam? What's with that? Anthony, anybody? Hi, Bo, loving your videos. Are you considering more EDC videos? Anyway, best of luck. Best of luck to you too. EDC videos, yes. I love EDC videos, but my EDC hasn't changed that much. So I don't. If actually only the phone changed at the moment, and I lost my Leatherman style CS. That's about it. But nothing has changed. So if there's more change to my EDC, I will do a new video. Biology is really fun. Very good videos. Thank you very much. Karen, I carried the 30-liter Peak design for more than a year now, almost every day. That's... I'm thinking about making a video maybe sometimes this later. Yes, do that. And please send me a link if you do a video on the peak design. Would love to see it. By Vincent, Fox Picture. Yeah, as I said, sorry, I'm just going rush through all the questions now because we already at 1 hour 40 minutes. Fox Picture, it's called Realistic Star Fox, and just Google it on Society6 or Etsy. Another question by Andre. A few years ago you made a video about best traveling tablet. That was the NVIDIA Shield, if I remember correctly. That's correct. Are you still using it or have another one? Actually, my brother has the NVIDIA tablet now. I don't use tablets that much anymore because I'm just using my phone now. And this one is, it's the LG G6 and it's pretty big. I'm not sure if it's 6 inches. No, it's not 6. 5.5, I think. And that's, for me, good enough when I'm traveling. But maybe Bogo, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? And we already had that question, I think in the first live stream. And I would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses, definitely, because I think attacking ducks can be pretty scary. Jules Frederick, dinner time, choose. Yes, I have good night. I have to say choose in just a minute because I have to go out with the dogs. Thanks for being here, Jules. By Ahmad, how are you? I'm Egyptian. I'm fine, thank you for asking. I hope you're well too. Baby Boga, Connor should fight Khabib. Would be interesting if / how he can handle a grappler with his caliber. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I know. But I think just thinking about the reputation that GSP has, and he has like such crazy media coverage as well. I think that would, just in terms of hype, that would be a bigger fight. Like, if I know there are different weight classes, if Conor would gain more or GSP would lower his weight, that would be a crazy fight just because of the hype. Lennart, Avid versus Premiere Pro. I use both. I use Avid more, and I think if it's like to me, if I have to edit really, really fast with sound, syncing audio, looking through lots of footage, then Avid is, in my humble opinion, the better tool. If there has to be lots of different footage from different cameras, different codecs, I have to do some effects, then it's Premiere. To me, it's always like Avid is kind of like a bigger tool, like a drill or like a hammer, and Premiere is like a Leatherman, like a multi-tool. And you would build a house, like a big house, with a hammer, of course, and not with a Swiss Army knife. But if you have to do like quick edits and build something with multiple tools, then the Leatherman would be the better choice, because with a hammer you can't like cut and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That's always kind of the comparison that I have with Premiere and Avid. Can you speak Arabic? No, I can't, unfortunately. Is that difficult to learn, by the way? Frost Smoke, I was afraid you would say that, considering a rain poncho now. Yeah, that's, there are, of course, I mean, it depends. If you have lots of heavy rain, yeah, then a rain cover would be a better choice. I mean, Ortlieb, for instance, has couple of waterproof backpacks, but they don't look that good. But if you really want good water protection, then that might be the way to go. Neil Sump. Hi Bo, greets from Hamburg too. Hi, more Hamburg people. I can only buy one bag for everything. Also traveling for 1 to 2 weeks. Oh, 1 to 2 weeks for one bag. That's quite a task. I need about 30 liters. I wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't be able to travel with one bag for 1 to 2 weeks. 30 liters. Yeah, maybe the air travel pack. That might be a good idea. I'm also testing the Kosan bags. I have them here for review. They look pretty interesting. Yeah, but right out of the top of my head, I would say the air travel pack would be pretty cool, especially because you can compress it down to a size that, depending on your height, might be suitable for as a day pack as well. So basically go to the hotel, unpack the stuff you don't need, compress it down and use it as a day pack. So that's probably a good idea. By Jose Roman, love your sweatshirt. What brand is it? I bought it from Pull and Bear in Jakarta. I don't think you can get it anymore, unfortunately. It's already 2 years old. By Jose Perez, love your content. Thank you very much. Do you like to visit Egypt? Yes, one day. My bucket list with the countries I want to visit is very long. All right, that was about it for all the questions. And thank you very much for joining the live stream. I hope I can see you soon again for the next live stream. Next video review will be up this Wednesday. It's the Good Bag Note review, and on Friday I will have the first question of the week video for you. And yeah, again, thank you very much for joining the live stream, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon in the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good night.